Hey everyone, today I'm going to tell you about a fascinating historical event, the Battle of Ankara. This battle took place on July 20th, 1402, near the modern city of Ankara in Turkey. It was fought between the Ottoman Sultan Bayezid I and the powerful Central Asian ruler Timur, also known as Tamerlane. This clash led to a significant turning point, with Timur's forces defeating Bayezid's army, which caused a temporary collapse of the Ottoman Empire. Let's start with the armies involved. On the Ottoman side, Bayezid's army was quite diverse. It included irregular heavy cavalry called spahi, irregular infantry, volunteer divisions, and even the Sultan's elite palace guards, known as the janissaries. Additionally, Bayezid had reliable Serbian soldiers and troops from small states he had conquered about a decade earlier. There were also Tatar riders who had previously been in Mongolia. Timur, on the other hand, had a formidable and well-organized army, drawing on his rich military experience. His troops were a multinational and multi-religious group, mainly composed of Turks and nomadic warriors. His army was divided into cavalry and infantry, with a significant role given to the cavalry. The elite units of heavily armed cavalrymen and Timur's personal guards were the backbone of his forces. While the infantry usually played a supporting role, especially in sieges, it included both lightly armed archers and heavily armed strike units. Timur's army was also notable for its specialized detachments. These included workers, engineers, and troops trained for combat in mountainous areas. His army structure was influenced by Genghis Khan's organizational methods, but with several adaptations. The main weapons were bows, sabers, swords, and axes. The heavy cavalry was clad in metal armor, while infantrymen were equipped with bows, sabers, axes, and maces. Now, let's set the scene for the battle. Timur reigned from 1370 to 1405. Creating a vast empire from northern India to eastern Anatolia through numerous military campaigns. He aspired to be the sole ruler of the Muslim world, eliminating any potential rivals. Meanwhile, Bayezid I had consolidated his power over Asia Minor, becoming the dominant ruler in Anatolia. As Timur moved westward, he clashed with the state of Karakoyunlu. His victory forced the Turkmen leader Kara Yusuf to seek refuge with Bayezid. This led to an alliance between Kara Yusuf and Bayezid against Timur. When Bayezid refused Timur's demand to hand over Kara Yusuf, Timur found the perfect excuse to declare war on the Ottomans. In May 1402, Timur launched a campaign into Asia Minor, capturing key Turkish fortresses like Kemik and Sivas. With an army of about 140,000, mostly cavalry, Timur advanced towards Angora. Bayezid managed to muster an army, though it was only half the size of Timur's. To avoid a direct confrontation, Bayezid positioned his troops in a mountainous, wooded area north of Angora. However, Timur besieged Angora and, through clever maneuvers, managed to lure Bayezid's forces onto the plain, setting the stage for a decisive battle. As the Turks descended from the mountains, Timur seized the opportunity and lifted the siege of Angora. With a swift maneuver, he positioned his forces right in the path of Bayezid's troops. Knowing that many of Bayezid's soldiers were disgruntled due to unpaid wages, Timur sent spies to sow discontent and persuade them to switch sides. Bayezid positioned his army at the rear of the mountains, with avenues of retreat on the flanks. In an attempt to strengthen the center of his formation, he ended up weakening the flanks. The left flank consisted of Serbian forces under the command of Stefan Lazarevic, while the right flank was made up of detachments from Anatolian beys. Timur, however, had strong flanks and a powerful reserve of 30 regiments of elite troops. The battle began with an engagement between light cavalry units. The vanguard of Timur's right wing launched an attack on the Serbian knights, but was initially unsuccessful. Timur then committed the full force of his right wing to the fight, but the Serbs held their ground stubbornly. Meanwhile, the vanguard of Timur's left wing achieved immediate success. The Anatolian Bey detachments, along with 18,000 Tatar mercenaries, defected to Timur's side. Timur then directed his forces to cut off the Serbs from the main Ottoman army, but the Serbs managed to break through and rejoin Bayezid's main force. Despite their efforts, the Ottomans were struggling. With the flanks defeated, Timur deployed his reserves and surrounded the main body of Bayezid's troops. Timur's forces had a decisive advantage. The elite Janissaries fought bravely but were eventually overwhelmed and eliminated. In the chaos, Bayezid himself was captured, marking a significant defeat for the Ottoman Empire. Following the battle, Timur's troops occupied all of Asia Minor. This crushing defeat led to the temporary disintegration of the Ottoman state. The aftermath was chaotic, with Bayezid's sons engaging in a bitter feud over succession, plunging the region into a period of internal strife and a peasant war. Taking advantage of the Ottoman Empire's weakened state, Emperor John VII Palaeologus managed to reclaim the European coast of the Sea of Marmara and Thessaloniki for his heirs. This was a significant gain for the Byzantine Empire, which had been steadily losing territory to the Ottomans. Meanwhile, Stefan Lazarevich, returning to Serbia with his remaining soldiers, was honored with the title of despot by the emperor in Constantinople, solidifying his position and influence in the region. The victory of Timur resonated across Europe. He received congratulations from the kings of England, France, and Castile, recognizing his formidable power and military prowess. This battle also accelerated the process of Turkish settlement in Asia Minor and the Balkans, paving the way for the eventual fall of the Byzantine Empire. Despite Timur's triumph, his victory at Ankara didn't result in a long-term occupation. Timur's primary interest lay further east, and after consolidating his hold over Asia Minor, he turned his attention back to his campaigns in other parts of his vast empire. This left a power vacuum in the region, which eventually allowed the Ottomans to regroup. Bayezid's sons fought fiercely for control, but ultimately, it was Mehmed I who emerged victorious. He managed to reunify the Ottoman territories and restore stability. This period of civil war, known as the Ottoman Interregnum, was a challenging time, but it also demonstrated the resilience and eventual resurgence of the Ottoman state. The Battle of Ankara was a turning point. While it temporarily halted Ottoman expansion, it also underscored the empire's capacity for recovery and adaptation. The Ottomans learned from this defeat, and in the years that followed, they re-established their dominance, setting the stage for the rise of the powerful empire that would play a crucial role in shaping the history of the region for centuries to come. So, while the Battle of Ankara was a devastating blow to the Ottomans, it ultimately became a catalyst for their renewal. The legacy of this battle is a testament to the complexities of history, where even in defeat, the seeds of future success can be sown.